This year's exhibition is important for us because we're putting on the market products we've been working on for a year, as well as strategic projects we've been working on for some time. With regards to Cassina, the project I'm particularly attached to is the production of Albini's Voliero bookcase. Finally, designed in 1938, and that 72 years on we've managed to manufacture industrially. It's a true piece in the tradition of Cassina, which has always worked with great masters on objects that have made Italian design history. Another Cassina project, another enormous innovation we have been working on for the past 2 years, is the presentation of this range of outdoor furniture by Le Corbusier, which is an enormous step forward in our efforts to produce outdoor versions of great classic design pieces created for interiors. We are presenting a beautiful sofa by Dordoni, Rodolfo Dordoni, which combines wood and fabric and wood and leather in classic Cassina style, and a sofa by Piero Lissoni, which is particularly important because it marks Cassina's return to a sofa that, while being of excellent quality, also has enormous sales potential for many different countries. This year, Poltrona Frau is presenting some very important pieces, I think. 2 beds, a sector which is very important to Poltrona Frau and which we think still has enormous growth potential. The most amusing is a bed designed by Paola Navone, which was part of the entire mood during the presentation at the exhibition. A very flexible, modern bed, which allows you to play around with the headboard and set up different positions. The other bed we are presenting is the Massimo Sistema, which is a very successful sofa we launched 2 years ago, now in a bed version. Among the other pieces, there's a beautiful desk designed by Roberto Lazzaroni, a desk and chair named Ginger and Fred, and this exhibition also sees us entering the world of recliners for the first time, which is a sector that is becoming very popular in Europe and is making its way towards Italy. These are very useful armchairs which can recline until they almost become a bed. What was missing was an upmarket version in Frau leather, and so that's what we're presenting here at this exhibition for the first time. Capellini is here, as usual, in this exhibition, among the new and more avant-garde products. The 2 pieces I think are wonderful are Basket by the Burulek brothers and Cuba by Rodolfo Dordoni, which is now 25 years old. These are 2 pieces which were already in the catalogue, but which have now been completely revamped and relaunched in a much more flexible, more modern versions, with a great deal of care taken over costs. And then there's the entire Jasper Morrison back range of chairs and tables. When we talk about increasing the presence of Italian products abroad, and especially in emerging consumer markets, I think it's important to remember that we have moved away from the Made in Italy concept to an Italian lifestyle concept and an Italian way of living, which increasingly means going beyond the product and respecting, learning about, understanding and appreciating the Italian way of life, which is made up of culture, art, love, passion and enormous creative ability, as well as production capability. So in order to establish our products in ever more distant countries where demand is growing, we need to be able, more and more, to tell a story that goes beyond the product itself, but that is generated from the creativity behind the product and how the meeting of a creative mind, in other words, the designer, and a hand, our craftsman, the company, creates a product. How do we do this? Well, first of all, we're very lucky because we represent products that have come a long way and that have made design history. So we tell the story of these great designers and creative minds from the last century and great contemporary designers, as well as those we are discovering now. However, in the case of Poltrona Frau, for example, which builds products with incredibly high manufacturing quality, One of the things we're doing a lot now is taking our craftsmen abroad, for example at the Shanghai Expo, and showing people how we make our products. Or Poltrona Frau's new advertising campaign, which focuses on product details. So we have to tell people more and more about what lies behind these products and how these great products are made, in order to help people recognize the quality of this Italian way of living. Industrial design has developed a great deal over the past 50 years. Basically, it has established itself in the last 50 years thanks to the extraordinary talents and farsightedness of a large group of entrepreneurs who, after the war, started from scratch and created this extraordinary world. I think that today, with this shift in consumer demand to countries that are increasingly distant from Italy, we also need to combine this entrepreneurial ability with a strategy that allows us to reach demand where it has been growing in the last few years. Therefore, I think things will shift towards a situation where there will be companies of excellence run by entrepreneurs, as well as companies that are destined to grow through partnerships, or destined for dynamic growth, or destined to disappear. So I think the Italian manufacturing scene will be enormously reorganized. I don't think one section will dominate over the others, but I hope that in a few years industrial design will be able to count not only on small companies of excellence, but also large companies of excellence that can take this extraordinary sector of Italian excellence and make it a real industry, an industry that adds value to this country and to the people who work in our companies.